The breadfruit. The breadfruit, a native of the French Polynesian Islands, brought to the Caribbean by Captain Bligh. I understand there's still a tree that exists that was planted by Captain Bligh in Grenada. That's, I believe, close to 200 years old. And someone was telling me about that recently. We've grown up with the breadfruit. It is, as I describe it to people from overseas, it is like our Irish potato, except it grows on a tree. Now they asked me to do roast breadfruit. I've been fooling around with this for some years, and this is not the most inspiring dish. But I've done some things that I've changed and kind of kicked it up a couple of notches, I guess, and I just want to share that with you. This is how it looks when it comes off the tree, as we all know. And what I'd like to do with the breadfruit is I completely peel it. Now a lot of people do roast breadfruit, and what they do, they just stick the whole thing in the oven or in the fire, and they never take the skin off, and when it comes out of the fire, it's so hot you can't take the skin off, and you're working yourself to death, burning your fingers. And I said, you know, there's got to be a better way than doing it this way. Amen. So what I do is I peel it, and then after I peel it, I core it, get a big cavity, and then you can pretty much, I got a little trick to it, I cut the bottom flat so it stands up. You can pretty much stuff the breadfruit with just about anything that you like. Now I use white onion, green onion, I use bacon, what happened to my bacon? And garlic, Scotch bonnet peppers. Yeah, what I like to do is to just fry the bacon first and stuff the bacon in here, and then I save the oil and pour some oil into the bread, into the cavity, and it actually gives it some flavor. And of course pepper and salt, and I use a little bit of olive oil. These are two different olive oils that I flavor at home. This is a Scotch bonnet, and this is a basil. And you can buy the basil olive oil, but you can make it yourself for a lot cheaper than you can buy it for. So, and one of the tricks that I perform with the breadfruit is this. Before you wrap it, you cover it in olive oil, and you salt the outside with salt and some black pepper or spice. This is a garlic spice that you can use. And you oil it properly before you wrap it. And what happens when you cook it, those spices will stick to the outside, and it will cause the aluminum foil to release. And then when you bake it, it actually forms its own crust with the oil, and rather than having to cut the skin off, so you can eat the crust, and it has flavor, and you're ready to go. So after I do all that, then it's magic.
I think it
Oh my goodness.
And you always save the plug from the piece you cut off. And all you do is just cut it up, see the spices and the bacon, and of course you can use a lot of Scotch bonnet, and you know, anything you want to put in it, you can put in it. Vanilla flavor and anything like that. I'm just kidding. And you cut it up in chunks, and we're going to have some tonight, but I believe what I see out there maybe dried out a little bit. I tried to moisten it a minute ago. You cut it up, put it in a dish, and to finalize, to finish it off, this is just some melted butter with some garlic, and you just rip it over it, and that's your banana bread. So that's my recipe. Thank you very much.